Welcome back to the Romanian River channel in my playthrough of Deus Ex Human Revolution. Now, let us continue where we left off. For you guys about a week ago, for me about 2 months ago. More or less.
Excuse me.
Mr. Jensen, isn't it?
Sir, you have that charity dinner?
In a moment, Isaiah. I was hoping I might run into you, Mr. Jensen. Bill Taggart.
The founder of the Humanity Front. I know who you are.
Yes, I imagine you do. As David Sarah's top security man, I imagine you have quite the file on me. But I assure you, Mr. Jensen, I am devastated by recent events.
Really?
I do not support what you and your company are doing to mankind. I believe it's extremely dangerous. But abolishing human enhancement technologies will only be achieved through legal means.
I'll keep that in mind.
This is your first day back since the accident 6 months ago, isn't it?
Sir, we have to go.
What happened to me was no accident.
Ah, my mistake. But it must have been stressful facing down a second incident so soon. I imagine it brought back all kinds of unpleasant memories.
My memories are none of your damn business, Taggart.
Did I hit a nerve? Forgive me. It's my nature as a psychologist, I suppose, to want to ask the difficult questions. You see, I find that ignoring them doesn't make them go away. You might want to keep that in mind. Now, if you'll be so kind as to excuse me.
I'm curious about something, Mr. Taggart. What is it you hope to accomplish by coming here tonight?
I would think that would be obvious. Your company has been viciously targeted. The violence and bloodshed that's occurred, it must be stopped. But I'm afraid it won't be until men of wisdom and understanding come to an agreement.
About what?
About the future, Mr. Jensen. This enhancement technology threatens to change the course of human evolution, to redefine what it even means to be human. You think governments can afford to let that go unregulated?
You can't stop progress, Mr. Taggart.
Perhaps not. But neither can we afford to sit by and watch it happen on its own. Not when we have the ability, the collective will, and foresight to influence it.
I see. Thank you for illuminating me.
Anytime.
Quite a dangerous individual.
I'm glad we had a chance to talk, Mr. Jensen. Meeting you has been very informative.
Very dangerous.
You're Taggart's aide, aren't you? Dr. Isaiah Sandoval, isn't it?
No need to play ignorant, Mr. Jensen. I am quite sure you have a file on me that's as thick as the one you have on Mr. Taggart.
You're an outspoken activist in your own right, Dr. Sandoval.
When you have seen the things that I have, you find you have no choice but to stand up and be counted. Frankly, I am surprised an ex-cop like yourself isn't more disturbed by the dangers of this technology.
Augmentations help a lot of people, Doc. Handicapped, war vets.
Yes, but at what cost? My own friend had his life ruined by these so-called enhancements of yours. A man much like you who had no choice but to become augmented. Yet once he was, too much power can make you do terrible things, Mr. Jensen. I suggest you think long and hard on that.
I'd like to hear more about your friend, Dr. Sandoval. What exactly did he do?
Nothing.
Was he injured in the Gulf?
He went on a rampage in a shopping mall, if you must know, hoping to be gunned down by the police, rather than face a lifetime battling augmentation addiction.
He was addicted to augments?
They don't talk about it in those corporate brochures of yours, do they? Neuropathy dependency, rejection psychosis, any number of physical and psychological ills have resulted from this technology, and yet we rarely hear a word about them.
I'm sure the literature is out there.
No thanks to the throng of corporate lawyers attempting to stop it.
Your friend, did he succeed? Did he suicide by cop?
No. Bill Taggart talked him down.
Yep. This guy is the terrorist's brother. Great.
Athena, you've been at this company a long time.
I hope that's not a comment about my age, Adam.
No. But I know nothing gets by you. If Sarif had done something that could compromise us.
Mr. Sarif has only the best interests of this company in mind, Adam.
I'm not questioning that.
Aren't you? I've been here since the beginning, I've seen how he built this up from nothing. He cares for his people. He truly believes what we're doing is important, and he would never do anything to jeopardize it.
I shouldn't have brought it up.
No, you shouldn't have. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm busy.
Annoying. Quite annoying.
Boss, we need to talk.
Is something wrong?
I'm not sure. Did you set up a private access
The
route
boss.
to bypass the company firewall right before you hired me?
What?
Pritchard said someone's been using it to access our system since before the first attack. The security measures he and I set in place never stopped them because we didn't even know the loophole existed.
Oh, I see. Frank's fixed that, though, right?
He has now. But he's wondering why you never mentioned it.
Frank's paranoid, Adam. You know that. Can a busy man forget things once in a while?
You streamed an awful lot of data through that portal, boss. Right before you brought me on board. Pritchard may be paranoid, but I gotta admit, I'm wondering what was in it too.
Yeah, as an ex-cop, I guess you would. But the important thing is you found the hole and plugged it. We're secure now. And the information you uncovered in that FEMA facility may actually help us track these guys. So let's just stay focused on what's important.
Right. How about we refocus? Because you don't sound like the type to get placated or defended well.
I want to, believe me. I want to catch these guys as badly as you do. But that breach is responsible for every security crisis we've had, including today's. If you want me to stop these guys, I need to know what kind of data they've had access to.
You're right, you're right. I'm sorry if I seem evasive. But you can't expect me to tell you every detail of this company's operations every single day. We're at war here, and it's your job to protect us from enemies who try to take us down. You should have found that loophole without my having to tell you about it. You know, Frank wanted me to hire experts, an outside security firm to protect us, but you convinced me you could do it. Are you saying you were wrong?
Boss, I think we're getting sidetracked here. If you want me to win this war for you, I need to know how badly we've been compromised. I need to know what was in that data stream, in case our enemies accessed it.
I see. I suppose they might have tried to do that. Your concerns about the data being compromised won't really be an issue as long as we stay strong and work together as a team. That's all I've ever tried to do here. Find the best, most qualified people I can, and bring them all together so they can complement each other. Now, Megan understood that. That's why she suggested I hire you in the first place. To help this little family of ours survive.
Megan? Boss, what does Megan have to do with any of this? I thought we were discussing a security breach.
She doesn't. I mean, not directly. The data I streamed had nothing to do with Megan or her work. It was just a routine, fact-finding check that sprang from one of our discussions. The kind of check I have to run quite often around here, believe it or not. Now, if somebody backtraces the transmission and gets a look at it, I very much doubt they'll know what to do with it. Trust me, we're fine.
I would like nothing better than to trust you with this, boss. But trust is a two-way street, and the way you've handled this entire conversation so far makes me think that it's you who isn't trusting me. Why, boss? What is it you're so afraid to tell me?
Adam, of course I trust you, son. And it's not that I'm afraid to tell you the truth. It's just that, honestly, I'm afraid you'll take it the wrong way. All right. Look, the truth is, I set up a confidential data channel for a private investigator, someone who can run covert background checks on people, potential new recruits, like you.
You what?
I had to, Adam. You were a liability, remember? You'd just been fired from SWAT. Now, Megan believed in you, but I had to be sure. Look, I don't want this to come between us. I'll send the files to your computer. You can see for yourself what he dug up. But Adam, you'd better be sure.
Why? What do you mean?
I mean, sometimes the past should stay in the past. Once you see that data, you can't unring the bell. When you're ready, come back and talk to me. We need to discuss our next move.
Okay. Anything around here we can nick? Well, these guys left. Not that I'll miss them much. Let's see exactly what data he, or more precisely the investigator, dug up on me. Really, I'm curious. Not this one. Damn. Odd. Quite odd.
Athena tells me you spoke to Sareth. Did he happen to tell you why he made us look like idiots?
I'm handling it.
You can imagine how relieved I am to hear that. I'll tell you what. While you follow any lead Sareth spoon-feeds you, I'm going to do what I should have done in the first place and backtrace that signal.
That's your pride talking. Still, get back to me if you find something.
You meant when?
Pretty sure I didn't.
Things are gonna get interesting, I fear. But not much can be done, to be honest. Clicking chair noises aside, let's see about the next part of this rather interesting jumble of a mess.
Here, this is for you. It's a corporate passport encoded with your biometrics. I've set up a false flag routing which should get you to Henshaw Island without any problems.
You're sending me to China? What about FEMA?
FEMA's got nothing to do with this, trust me. We'll have better luck in China.
How can you say that? I saw the bastard who killed Megan pulling his men out of that facility. I left one of those men dead in its underground storage bay.
I know that, Adam. Frank was monitoring the whole thing. So I also know that before he died, that man gave you an address in China. I want you to check it out.
That doesn't make any sense.
Look, Adam. There's a reason this company's under attack. You think it has to do with the Typhoon or with some other top-secret military project that I haven't told you about?
The thought had crossed my mind.
Yeah, well, it doesn't. The work Megan's team was doing before they were killed, it was redefining what it means to be human. This company, Seraph Industries, was about to lead mankind to its next stage in human development. Self-controlled evolution. Can't you see how scary that can be to some people?
Sure. I also see how lucrative it can be for some others.
It's never been about money for me, Adam. But you're right. There are people out there who don't exactly feel the same.
Like who?
I'm hoping you'll be able to find that answer for us in China. So get going. Farida's prepping the chopper.
Get to the chopper. Sorry, that was just there. I couldn't resist.
Sorry, Adam, I can't help you right now. I'm trying to deal with the fallout from the Taggart meeting.
Oh, how crazy can it get in China? I remember from years back when my brother was playing Deus Ex 1, him getting a particular sword down there that was quite interesting.
People are finally starting to calm down in here. The hostage situation really rattled them.
You know, boss, I don't mind saying some of us were worried Mr. Seraph was calling you in too early. A panic move, you know?
Oh, trust me, son, I was born ready. But we went the wrong way, didn't we?
Hi, Adam. Look, I don't want to sound like a conspiracy nutjob, but is it true you found a secret government internment facility right here in Detroit?
Well, I won't say anything about that, but wink wink.
Jensen?
Hey, boss, you been up to see Mr. Seraph yet? Asked me to remind you to go see him, if you haven't.
Adam, did you hear? Someone stirred up a hornet's nest in gang territory. Derelict Road. The DRB are raging. Apparently they're looking for some augmented nut who was in their territory. That's kind of death.
Yeah, you're talking to him. Not exactly a death wish, but they kinda pissed me off, repeatedly shooting me in the face when I was just trying to take them down peacefully.
Hey, Jensen. The boss said you were on your way. You're gonna love Hangsha.
You've been there?
Used to live there. I spent 3, maybe 4 years working in the upper city, and most of my nights having fun in the lower one. You ready to go?
I thought I was. How long is this gonna take, Malik?
You mean the flight or the fun afterward? Don't worry, we'll be there before you know it. Climb in.
Technically this isn't a helicopter though, it's a VTOL, I think it was called. Vertical Takeoff Lander or something like that.
Jensen, you might want to get ready. The jewel of the Yangtze approaches.
Son of a bitch. You're supposed to find answers in that.
Hey, twice the scum and half the space. Hang on, we're going in. The address you got off that Merc, Hengshaw Court Gardens? It's a bit of a walk from here in the Yuzhou district, but I figured it might be best not to drop you too close.
In case Barrett only gave up the address, knowing I'd walk into another trap.
It's the kind of thing I'd do to an enemy. You want my advice? Just find out who lives there and get out.
Wait a second. She took off. Is it just me, or was the side VOTL or whatever it was called have on the side 800 B88, which to me looked like booby or BE, whatever. Either somebody got bored doing that model skin job.
Don't stay here, Hawaii. This city is very dangerous, especially lower. Too many groups fighting for control.
Oh, thank you. Now, what was I thinking? Well, she doesn't speak English.
Hey, you know how to get to the
Enjoy the pleasures of Hengshaw.
the hotel?
Ah, I see. Someone's looking for some.
怎么样？我能帮你吗？还是你还在考虑啊？
By the way, this place looks like a cross between, what was it called? Ghost in the Shell, and I'm getting a distinctive, very distinctive Blade Runner vibe too. Our target's the other way, no? Save time though. Gotta make sure we don't become extraordinarily happy.
What are they looking for, Yahweh? Guns? Hacking equipment? What makes you think I'm looking for that kind of stuff? Hey, I don't want to step on your toes. Just see. If you need anything, there's a merchant.
I could go for some ramen right about now. Oh. A not so subtle hint that there's something around here I'm supposed to discover, at least.
That's professional work. Are you a guinea pig? A veteran? Compared to you, my job looks homemade.
Okay, so be careful.
Nice place, Misha. Friendly people, mostly. I can't speak much Chinese though.
Over there. Oh.
It's also
Access granted.
Don't mess with me. Okay, so nothing of use there. explosives. If we ever need to blow something up quite spectacularly, we know where to go. But let's also save. Yes, the save spam is continuing. God damn, this is... Okay, hack. Hack.
Access granted.
We're discovering something we're not supposed to, aren't we? Well, not supposed to in game terms.
Access granted.
I'm guessing a hacker pissed off the wrong people in here. Okay, save, and we're gonna call it here because we're at 28 minutes. Thank you for watching, ladies and gentlemen, and until next time, buff the